Yes. So we have a live bot that will join your call and you'll essentially listen into those conversations in real time and present the feedback. So giving you nudges and suggestions in less than 500 milliseconds on, how you might be able to direct those conversations in a direction that, is most productive in those calls.
So I can literally look at my screen and I can see that I'm underperforming on metrics, questions, and context around that. And I can just start asking more questions so that I actually fill up the whole category to the levels that I'm expected to be. That is correct, right?
Yeah. So you have
Okay.
MedPick live in the moment with you. And as you're asking key questions, the score's actually filling up in real time. So it's almost like having a number of buckets that are filling up as you're able to qualify certain areas of the call, meaning that we tend to find MedPick becomes a mantra and it becomes more deeply embedded and a much higher retention within sales calls than what was previously possible with, once a year training equivalent.
And how you recommending the sales managers to use this tool? Like they should just do this daily, coming in, review this in your tool, or they should just set up something on Salesforce to review that? What is your recommendation?
We recommend that they leverage this tool to have more informed deal reviews, firstly. So
Hmm.
in their deal review meetings, they leverage a tool to make Medic kind of highlight what the gaps are instead of going into a natural interrogation with the rep and trying to figure out where they're at in each and every opportunity. They use it as a way to facilitate more strategic conversations across the team. So that's probably one of the key rituals where Curvo is put into place. And then we see sales managers using it to, watch back the reps' calls to go more detail into specific opportunities they're working on and giving them the intel to, again, have better training sessions with their reps. And then from a more macro standpoint, we find that, enablement and RevOps leaders using this for forecasting accuracy. So as well as the weighted forecasting in Salesforce, which isn't always the most accurate in the world. And I guess the gold standard is plus and minus 5% in terms of forecasting accuracy. Kerber gives an extra opinion in the room that wasn't previously there, that's been there and seen everything, is much more candid and transparent, and has scored each and every opportunity. Then we're not just relying on reps' intuition and what they're saying. We've also got that objective third party opinion that's there and can enable you to understand, should it actually be a commit or should it be a different place in the pipeline, and have we actually committed the right number here?
You don't think reps are always spot on with where they think a deal is? That's shocking.
Yeah, one of the classic ones. It's always good news reporting. There's never a stormy day. It's always
Right.
a sunny day for a deal review.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So how do you report the metrics here? Of course, the metric is also its own metric, but do you have other metrics about specific areas of individuals, quality of the pitch, or things that maybe are not tightened up in this conversation, right? Or like doing a demo, and where the demo is just not maybe as good as it should be. Anything around the quality of the deliverable beyond the medic itself.
Within the reporting piece, then you'd have, more general statistics. So the talk speed of reps, pauses in calls, inclination in the voice, number of questions asked in the call, and talk ratios, which we found based on our data, the sweet spot is to talk 45% of the time in your meetings. And that's like the gold standards. And the theory behind that is you would have listened more than you would have talked, which is key for sellers to direct, the right questions to quantify and implicate pain in discovery. But then more than that, you've delivered an opinion statement and value in the conversation. So
Mhm.
rather than just listening the whole time and not delivering any value, it means that you've delivered something that has, at a C level, intrigued them to come back for a second and a third conversation. And you delivered an informed opinion about the market, the context of their business objectives that they find informed and useful, and prioritize yourself at the right status as like a consultative value based